we're talking about lots of days of weather, like people working life balance. So what kind of life could be considered as good quality and comfortable in United States?
It's interesting because I feel like during the pandemic, right? Because now, the world is different from last year. The world is different from 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So I think 2020, everybody wanted to be in a city and close together. And from what I've been hearing, the majority of people are moving out of the cities because of the pandemic and everything was closed. I think it affected a lot of cities globally, right? Not just the US. But I think people enjoy their space in a separate home now, mm-hmm. or like a townhouse versus an apartment. Although I think in Texas, the apartment living and homes are a little bit larger and there's a little bit more space here as far as the state goes. Mm-hmm. Even in Dallas, I think, I had an apartment in Dallas, 1-bedroom apartment in Dallas. And it was a fraction of what it would cost in New York City. It would be so expensive in New York City. And it would be half the size, right?
Yeah.
So, everybody says it's bigger in Texas, right? Mm-hmm. And it's true. Everything is bigger in Texas. They have bigger houses, bigger apartments, bigger cars. Everybody drives pickup trucks here with the Ford F-150, I think it is all over the roads. Everything is bigger here. And Americans like, that kind of lifestyle. And I think that's what's happening now in the United States, where we're seeing a lot of people moving to Dallas, the Dallas, Texas, and Austin area. Mm-hmm. Austin, I think, is growing, and Houston also.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are coming here because 1, no income tax, 2, a better lifestyle. And I think people see that, see where, if they're in California or New York, where the prices are really high, now they're coming here, and moving here. And I think it's also happening in Florida as well. And there's companies moving here also. So there's job opportunities, there's housing, a lot of housing is going up everywhere here. It's like a housing boom. And then also there's multiple offers on homes now. So it's very hard to get a home.
Yeah.
There's more people are coming here, there's multiple offers to buy a home. So, but I'm glad I got here before all of them, right?
Yeah. The housing market is so hot.
It's very hot.
Yeah, these days it's crazy.
Yes. Yeah. And it's crazy. It's also crazy on the East Coast. Apparently people are wanting to get out of New York City and they want to live in New Jersey, Connecticut, suburbs of New York area outside of Manhattan. Mm-hmm. Or they want to be by the beach, because of the coastline.
Right. Yeah.
The city will come back, right? It will always come back. But I think right now people want space and a little bit more freedom and be independent of others, and then gather when, we can gather safely.
Yeah, I guess, especially under the pandemic, a good quality life means more private place, bigger space, and more private time to be at home with family members.
And have a backyard too, so you could barbecue. Americans love to barbecue. They love a backyard. They love to, just be outside and, gather with their families and just have that privacy of your own, grass and patio and outdoor space. So
as long as it's affordable, right? That's a quality of life.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So you met Michael in like August 2019.
Yeah.
Do you mind to talk about how American people normally meet their significant others and how they date? I heard a rumor said American people, I mean, not everybody, some people, they like date different people at the same time. Is that common or something?
I think that's common. I think, sometimes I feel like there's a difference between people. Like either they want to date one person, each person is on the same page and they want to date and get to know each other without dating multiple people. But there are people that don't want to settle down or don't want to, just date one person, with all these dating apps or meeting through friends, depending on how people meet, or going out, and a friend introduces you to somebody. I think if both people aren't on the same page, then they're going to want to play the field. We call it play the field. And there's like dating games, right? When I started dating here, it wasn't like every person wanted to meet with me. I wanted to meet new friends because all my friends are on the East Coast. Right. I knew some people here, but I didn't know a lot of people here. And I just wanted to meet new people. And some people, you also get ghosted. You get ghosted. It's called ghosting, where they don't show up, or they don't show up for the date, or they don't call you back. They're interested in you, or it's animal kingdom for dating.
Oh, so that is called, so that's called a ghost people.
Ghosting.
Oh, ghosting.
Yes, ghosting.
Oh, learn something new today.
Yes. So there's a lot of, I would say, it depends on who you meet, and obviously you have to, whether you meet online or through person, I think it really depends on how those two people are in their life. And, and the chemistry between those two people. I think younger generations appreciate, authentic relationships, but there's always that, whether it's a girl or boy, whatever, they want to date and they want to date the field, right? They want to date a couple of people and, at the same time. It's just, I think it's like that around the world, I would think, that there's some people that want to be with one person or they want to date multiple people. I have friends that have done both. I like this person for this, and I like this person for this, and but they're not ready for a serious relationship. And I think those people just want to date, right? Yeah. Or meet people.
In my mindset is still Chinese mindset. So our dating, it's very different concept from American people. Our dating, once we are dating, we treat it as very serious relationship.
Yes.
Yeah. Then we definitely just date one people.
You and we obviously grew up with the same mindset. We're traditional in dating and getting to know somebody, but there's a lot of people out there that they bounce around, I guess.
Right. And so I'm curious, what does dating means to people who multiple dating, like what they normally do on the date? Do they
on a date?
Yeah,
I would say more like restaurant, bar, like go out like to get something to eat, and then maybe or meet for a drink and a light bite, somewhere, or like at a spot that, like a restaurant that turns into a bar. I think, they want to hang out, they want to be seen. Once the bars all open up, that's their thing. Whereas I think more of a couple that is on the same page and wants to be serious, there's a different mentality to a date, right? You go out on a date, you're in conversation, you're getting to know the person, there's interest between the two people. But whereas, somebody that's dating multiple people, they want to be seen at the trendy spot, in town, and it's all about the scene of the place and what you're wearing, all that stuff, and they might be with you, a date, but they might be looking at somebody else behind you to find their next date.
Yes. Oh, I guess the dating in American people is more like not very serious for sure. It's just more like know each other, right?
Yes.
Not really. Yeah. So that's the difference between Chinese dating versus American dating, because in Chinese dating theory, we think it's a very serious thing. We go to watch movie together, have dinner, have some couple of drinks, and also can do some little bit further stuff. Dating. It's not like a know each other's page. It is already to the next level. So that's why in America, people can multi-dating, but no problem at all. Yeah.
Yeah, they just, it's more casual, I think.
I see. That's
It's
very
definitely more
understandable.
casual. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think for a girl or a guy that wants a serious relationship, I think that they either have to tell the person what they're looking for up front, which they may not be true to, just meeting somebody. Or they play the game, and I'm calling it a game because sometimes dating is a game, and they want to meet, they want casual relationships with a lot of different people, and they're not ready to settle down, or they're not ready for a serious relationship.
I see. Well, in Chinese culture, once we date, we will see the other people as a girlfriend or boyfriend, and definitely want to introduce that people to friends I have. In America, I feel like date is date. It's not girlfriend or boyfriend yet, right?
Yes. They may not want to introduce anybody to anyone of your friends.
Okay, then I figured out what the major difference is. It's more like a pre-serious relationship.
Yes. Yeah, there is a major difference. I mean, when you're dating in college versus dating in real life, it's hard to date in the US. It really is. It's hard to date in the US. It's just hard to meet genuine people, especially in the New York area. They always say it's very difficult to date somebody in New York City. It's just hard to find those genuine connections.
I guess that's why like a dating app, it's very popular here.
Yes, it is. Yes.
But I heard it's kind of hard to find a date on an app, because it's so hard to know each other just through the message to each other. So
yeah. Well, guess what? I met Michael on a dating app. So
yes,
it works.
That works. Not for everybody though. We're talking about the dating relationship look like in United States. So another very curious question is what the relationship look like between wife and husband in modern family of America?
Obviously I'm engaged later on in life, but I think Americans wait a little longer to be married or be husband and wife. I think they want to experience things on their own first and get their careers going, whether it's a man or a woman. And I think they just wait a little bit longer. But then there's other people that they meet younger, whether it's out of college, and they know right away, they're husband and wife, and they have that connection, and they start a family right away. All the responsibilities that are with adulting, right?
Yes.
But I think in the big cities, a lot of men and women delay that type of relationship. Everybody's working on their careers. They don't do it so much in tandem, like at the same time. They build their career up, and then they want to look for a life partner. Everybody lives day to day, but everybody's busy also. Every household is busy, whether there's kids or no kids. There's lots going on. With Americans love the sports. They love their kids to be in sports, whether it's baseball, American football, hockey. Ice hockey is really big here. Soccer, American soccer, which is football, overseas, is very big here. Not as big as, the professionals overseas. Parents taking kids everywhere and events, and kids have busy lives here too.
Oh yeah,
they do. Sometimes they're busier than the parents.
I know, no kidding. But that's all for fun, They have these like either dancing classes or like sports. That's all for fun to make them busy. But in different culture, it could be different in other way. it's not for fun, it's just study.
Right. Yeah.
All day long.
Like when I was growing up, I think I did tennis lessons, I did cheerleading, I did dance, I did art lessons. I tried a musical instrument once, and that was not good. Now with other generations, they want their kids to experience a lot of different things outside of school. Yes, your grades have to be very good to be able to have other activities. Yeah, households are very active.
Parents send the kids to these places to either play the sports or play the instrument or dance something. Do they want them to be like a professionals, or just have them to experience more, to have fun? Yeah,
I think there's a little of both there, because I feel like sometimes, parents get very competitive at these games. They're like,
Yes.
go. And you're like yelling at you like at a children's sport, and it's like, go. And I'm like, what's going on? So I think they aspire their child to be like that, but obviously, they want to start the kids out very young, but sometimes the reality is it's a lot of work to get there.
Right. So for the wife and a husband, they taking care of the kids. They also probably both have their own career. So normally in American family, who is normally the person taking care of the housework, and who kind of like has to be the breadwinner outside of the house? I know in the 1950s, maybe, or 60s something, I
Yeah.
heard that the advertisement always say wife need to stay at home to do the housework, to take care of their kids and take care of the whole family. The husband need to go outside to work. So how about now?
Now I think it's a little of both. I mean, women have, executive jobs, right? They're making their own income just as much as the husband is. We love to cook. So my fiance likes to barbecue outside. Texans like to barbecue.
Yes,
They love their barbecue.
I know. So proud of their barbecue too.
They're
Also,
proud of their barbecues, yes.
yep.
But I would say both husband and wife help out in the household, because not one person can do it all, right?
Right.
Although then there's some people that, some of my friends they're a full-time mom, which is a full-time job, right? So they don't have a career, but I shouldn't say they don't have a career, because their career is helping to cultivate their kids into adulthood and, having more responsibilities at home. With what I'm comfortable with, it's more collaborating both and helping each other out and keeping the house up and, all that stuff. So I think it's more now accepted that husbands will take off to take the child, to the doctors or something. And it doesn't have to be the mother taking the child to the doctor if it's during the week. You have to collaborate and work together in a relationship, especially when there's kids around. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what I see from my friends that have kids, and, and their husbands are very hands-on.